people say, well, what's the point? Yes, they're making more money. Pharma's making more money. Institutions, big food, all the, agro making more money. But really, like, above that, like, what is being siphoned? What is the end goal?
If you want to know why science has been stolen, why centralized medicine exists, it is because of bad money. And bad money means that they need to create ways to get money. So it's much better for you to be a patient and use all their bullshit solutions that don't work over 70, 80 years. And each train stop you have in your life, there's a new set of circumstances where they can harvest you as an economic slave. And how is this codified? Like, what's the code that allows doctors to be idiots? It's very simple. It's the medical school curriculum. Who sets the medical school curriculum? Big Pharma. They pay for the entire thing. The reason why doctors only learn a certain amount is because if you knew any more, you knew not to do what Big Pharma taught you to do in medical school or residency. And that's kind of ties to, my come to Jesus moment. My come to Jesus moment was reading a fable called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. If you want to know the truth, there was more truth in that fable than there was in my medical school curriculum. That's actually what got me back on path when I started to realize that I have to begin to question all the things that I was taught. And this is where I would tell you where doctors are complicit. If you go through life seeing all this shit go around you and don't question what you're doing, then I'm going to tell you, you are complicit with the big pharma grift that's going on. See, I don't think I can give doctors a pass like you do. Why? There's going to come a period of time in every doctor's life where you just look at your practice and go, why is it, if you're an OBGYN, that literally 50% of women that come in can't get pregnant? Like, has that ever happened prior to the literature of 1970? The answer is no, it didn't. So why wouldn't a doctor question that? Well, you know why? Because no doctors go back and read the literature from 1970. And if you're a new doctor now, you're certainly not going to get taught that by Big Pharma, because if you were, you'd ask too many good questions so that you wouldn't push people down to the IVF drugs like Clomid. And that is the reason why this happens. So ultimately, the job of a doctor is to do, what I'd call post-residency training. Don't you think Big Pharma is actually controlling that as well? Doctors have mandated CMEs that they have to do. Do you know what the CMEs are in? In shit that you don't need to know. Why do they do that specifically? So that you never read other things that may actually help your patients. It's the same reason Obamacare gave us the electronic medical record. Why? Because the electronic medical record allows us to focus on the computer for the hospital system and not the patient. What does it do? It subtracts time so that you can't ask the patient the questions that may actually help you become enlightened. So I would submit to you that I reject your premise. I think every doctor is complicit in this, whether it's direct or indirect.